Joining us now, making his BYU Sports Nation debut post-mission, is former 5A Colorado Basketball Player of the Year, Cory Calvert. Cory, welcome to Studio B.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Good to be here today.
Welcome back. How was your mission in Boston, brother?
Mission was incredible. I don't think you can serve in a better place than Boston. Obviously, it's a pretty cool place, but I had an amazing experience and learned a lot. It was definitely something I'm grateful for.
What was your favorite spot in Boston? I went like a month and a half ago for the first time.
Did you really? My favorite spot, I think I served mostly in the suburbs, but I think the city of Boston itself is the best spot. So I'd have to definitely say the city.
So much history. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go with the obvious questions now. Because you are getting back into basketball form, you have to put off the missionary now and turn yourself back into a Division I basketball athlete.
Right.
What's been the most challenging part of doing that thus far?
The most challenging, I'd say just getting back into going game speed. It obviously took me a little bit to get my body back too, but I feel like I'm back, where I need to be. Ball handling has been a little bit tough. I feel like my shot didn't leave that much, but ball handling has been a little bit tough, but that also is coming back. So it's a little bit of a process, but it all just kind of comes little by little.
There's the Fui Vakapuna regiment where you somehow are bigger when you come home for football players. And then there's the, okay, I'm going to focus on the work and figure that out later.
Right.
Which did you choose to do? Hopefully you can do both.
Yeah.
Fui could read everything you needed to read at the same time.
I'd say I tried to do both. I worked out every morning, but it's not quite the same. But obviously I was focusing on the work as well. So I came back and I was a little bit heavier than I wanted to be, but I've lost about 10 pounds and trimmed down my body fat. So I'm feeling pretty good.
How much can you work on your handle or jump shot in, say, a half-court setting, like the requirement?
Well, I was lucky I was in Boston, so obviously there's, stake centers and churches close by that I could go to in the mornings and practice. So I think, I wasn't completely off for 2 years. I got to shoot around a little bit and work on my ball handling. So I was lucky in that regard in Boston.
BYU Basketball just lost another player, Dalton Nixon, to the same mission in Boston. Right. Do you know him? Have you talked to him?
I do, yeah. I know him really well. I was really excited when he got his call there. We just missed each other by about 3 weeks. But I came home right before he left and got to talk to him a little bit, tell him about the mission, and it seems like he's having a great experience out there so far.
So if I'm your companion in Boston, do I have to rebound for you, or will you rebound for me too?
I like to serve my companion as well. I had great companions that would rebound for me and do whatever I wanted to do with working out and playing basketball, but I tried to, repay him in some way.
Cory Calvert with us on BYU Sports Nation, the BYU now sophomore guard, right? Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. So how does it feel to be a sophomore? Any different?
Not really. I think I'm more confident now, I guess, than I was as a freshman. I'm a little bit more mature now that I've been on a mission, and I'm excited. I'm really happy I still have 3 years. A lot of my friends are seniors now, so I have 3 years to play ball.
Speaking of your friends, now that you have grown and transitioned another year, who was the first teammate to contact you when you got back home?
The first teammate to contact me when I got back home. That's a great question. Really, they all reached out in one way or another. Probably Cooper Ainge, honestly.
Okay, I'm talking first guy text message like, hey, bro, let's go hang out.
Yeah, probably Cooper Ainge, but I served my mission in his ward my last 6 months, so I saw him my last Sunday of my mission.
Oh, that was a nice little hookup from the prez there with Brother Ainge. What were dinners like at Danny's house?
Well, Sister Ainge is a great cook, so Sunday dinners were not a bad thing at the Ainge home.
Okay, now we as we spin things forward, when you're practicing with the team, what have you noticed? Has anything changed drastically in terms of style of play, or certain guys wowing you? What was the first thing you noticed about the current status of the team?
Well, I think there's a lot of new guys on the team since I've been back. The only guy that's back, I think, is Nate Austin from when I was here as a freshman. But I think the mentality is different, especially on the defensive end of the floor. This year, we're going to be tough on defense. I think that's going to make a big difference. We've started, regular practices earlier than usual because we're going to Spain. So it's been cool to, pick up the intensity early in the summer and. Great guys. A lot of guys that can really make plays. That can hit shots. We got good bigs, playmakers. We've got really all the tools. We just got to put it all together.
Walk us through that first time that you play pickup with the team, because you're back from a mission. You're like, am I the same player? It's a new group. The speed is probably you know, faster than the half court with your companion or whatever.
Right.
Describe that first pickup game.
The first pickup game, I'll be honest with you guys, was not pretty. I was a little bit out of it, a little slow. You know, my mind would be telling me to do something, my body wouldn't do it. But obviously since then it's gotten a lot better, and I'm definitely more comfortable now, so that's nice.
Who is surprising you? Like, has there been any moments where you're like, holy cow, that was an unbelievable play by a certain individual? Like, who's taking your breath away?
You know, we've got a couple of those guys. I think Kyle obviously can do it all. Kyle, highlight dunks, great passes, he can do it all. Chase Fisher surprised me. You know, I thought he was just a shooter, but in practice he can take guys to the cup and make plays. He looks really good. We've got very athletic bigs as well. Corbin.
You're not the only one that makes that mistake, brother. Myself included.
Corbin, Corbin's a freak athlete, and he's definitely improved his game from what I've seen. And yeah, we've got a lot of really, really good players, so it'll be fun.
Tell us about preparations for the Spain trip. I believe you guys get what, like 10 practices or something before, and you're practice number 2, I assume today or tomorrow.
So we've had 3 practices so far. We don't practice again until next Monday, and then we'll go pretty hard for 2 weeks, I believe, and then get on our way to Spain. So it's been a good experience.
When do you leave for Spain?
I believe it's the 18th of August. I think it's the 3rd week of August. Can't remember the exact date, but we've got a couple more weeks here.
It would seem that the timing with the transition of BYU's facilities now coming into play, your timing's pretty good. You come back, the Marriott Center is going to be newly renovated.
Stipend.
Yeah, the stipend is also in place for scholarship athletes. How much in contact were you in knowing about the transitions that were happening not only at the Marriott Center but also with your status as a scholarship player at the Division I level?
I mean, I was pretty in the loop, I guess. I think mostly from my dad. He would keep me updated when he'd hear things about, you know, the facility being built and things like that, which I was really excited about, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I was in the loop. I was kept up to date.
Most importantly, when did you learn about BYU Sports Nation?
You know, I heard about him right when I got back. I thought it was pretty sweet. You know, it's obviously a privilege to be on here with you guys. You guys are doing a great job here.
The crown jewel of independence is what we like to think that we are here. We think probably too highly of ourselves. When you look at what's going on with BYU basketball, obviously the transition to the West Coast Conference, you were part of that. But what's maybe been different in your eyes from, okay, before my mission, now I'm seeing some differences here?
Well, I think that we're just, for one, our strength and conditioning program is different. We got Bob Medina, who you know is a great strength trainer, and he's got us in the weight room every day, you know, on the field doing conditioning, in the weight room doing explosive stuff. My body just feels a lot better, I feel like, than I did my freshman year. And I think I attribute a lot of that to what Bob Medina is doing. And there's just a different attitude here. I think we're here to win games. We're here to do something big, and make it past what we've done the last couple of years. So.
What will your role be on the team? Are you strictly a point guard? Are you gonna play any other position?
So it's hard to say right now. Actually, in practice, I've been getting more reps at the shooting guard position, but I feel comfortable at either guard spot. Really 1 through 3, I feel comfortable. So wherever they need me to play, I'm happy to do. So.
Who was the person on your mission that would let you know what was going on with BYU Hoops? Because I just went to BYUCougars.com on my mission. And then my president, after a while, was like, nah, no more of that.
So I think I got emails from friends, from my parents. They would keep me updated. The coaches would email me once in a while. Bob Medina even would email me. Even a couple of guys on the team would email me. So it wasn't really one person in particular, but everyone kind of kept in contact and kept me up to date.
Were you with Bob your freshman year?
No, I wasn't.
So you didn't even know him, and he's emailing you.
Yeah, exactly.
On your mission.
He would send me a positive thought every week, and he'd kind of give me the rundown of the games and practices and stuff, which I thought was really cool. So I felt like I already had a relationship with him when I got back.
What kind of expectations can you realistically have for yourself coming off of a mission?
You know, honestly, I have big expectations for myself. I feel like my body's back to where it needs to be. I feel like my game feels really good, and I'm confident in my abilities, and I feel like I can add a lot to this team. So I have big expectations. I think the coaches have expectations for me as well, and I'm definitely ready to deliver, you know, on those expectations.
Have the Richards Building police gotten you yet with not having a wristband?
They've gotten me many times. I think more my freshman year. Now we have the gym reserved almost the whole day, one of the gyms, so you can just kind of tell them, well, we've got it reserved, but they definitely have got me a couple times.
What is
They'll get you, man.
Yeah, what's the best part of your game? If you were to describe yourself to someone that was looking at you as a basketball player, what would you say is your biggest strength?
Okay. Right now, I'd probably say scoring the ball, mostly with the shot. I like going to the rim as well, but I think that I'm shooting the ball well right now, both off the bounce and catch and shoot. So right now, that's probably my strength. I also like to pass and handle the ball too. So that's coming along nicely.
Who are some of the guys, you mentioned who's popped out with some great plays, but who are some of the other guys that you've played with who you've thought, hey, BYU fans are going to like them? Because we don't know a lot about Braden Shaw and Jacob Hartsock and Zach Sellius, some of these newcomers.
Yeah, I mean, those guys they all have a lot of talent. I mean, I think, I was actually kind of surprised to see how quickly they're getting back into it. Braden Shaw's a great athlete, high riser, he's got a lot of energy. I think he'll add a lot to the team in that way. Jacob Hartsock can shoot it from half court. I mean, as soon as he walks in the gym, he's got.
That's what we hear.
I have heard that he made who was it was telling us? I think it was Chase.
His first three was beyond NBA range or something in pickup.
It was Chase Fisher saying he hit like 5 or 6 3-pointers in a pickup game, and he was like, "What in the world?"
No, yeah, he really did. I mean, he'll shoot it right in your face from 35 feet, which I think is pretty fun. And then obviously Zach Sellius he's a really good player, great shooter. He's got a big body and can take it to the hole, play good D. So I think BYU fans are really going to like his game as well.
Cory, it's great to have you in Studio B. We wish you the best of luck as you push forward to your now sophomore season, and we'll talk again soon.
Hey, thank you very much, guys.
Have fun in Spain.
But before you go, you need to sign our BYU Sports Nation Rise Up flag behind you.
Love it. I'd be happy to do it.
We'll have you do that during the break. Cory Calvert in Studio
Thanks,
B
guys.
survived his mission to Boston. Now he heads back towards BYU basketball. Thanks again for the time,
town.
Hey, thank you.